I don't think you'd find anybody to argue with you, Dan. Luini and Pettinari for Italy, world champions for the past 2 seasons, out to make it 3 in a row, and plenty of home support for them. Then Italy, Luini and Pettinari, 2 from the bottom, and closest to you, Ingo Euler and Manu Bremer for Germany. So look for the quick start and look for these 2 men to absolutely dominate this field.
Well, the only people who can match them really are Poland at the top of the picture there. Poland are the Olympic champions, beat Luini and Pettinari into 2nd place in Sydney, and they were world champions. Poland were world champions in 98 as well. But it's the Italians who've taken over. Poland has been struggling to get back on terms, and there they are now. It's Italy who've taken the lead yet again, already half a length up and just moving away from the field at 42 strokes a minute.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit of a pity, actually, Dan, for us, if not for them, that the lane draws worked out the way that it has, because with Poland right on the far side and having such a great distance between themselves and the Italians, it's not easy for the Poles who like to come from behind to actually judge their race pace against the Italians who love to lead.
Yeah, I mean, but they do know exactly who they've got to race, those 2. You can see Poland there gliding along really quite well over the far side. Their boat not checking at all, and they've eliminated quite a lot of the bounce that they used to have when they were winning by a long way in the past. They are moving very, very sweetly there on the far side. But look at the power generated and the high rating there generated by the Italian double. So well together. They really know each other's movements well. They fit together perfectly well. Very sharp, driving the legs, and just unfolding beautifully as they work through the first 500, well clear of the field.
Absolutely astonishing. A length of clear water in the first quarter, and they are very much in the driving seat. They had actually talked, Dan, about not only winning this but setting a new best time. They set one in Seville, 6:10.80, but really these are not the conditions for setting new best times.
Well, they set the best time last year by 3 3/4 seconds. I mean, that was a massive margin to break the record by. They were the fastest semi-finalists here. They were 6:18 in qualifying. Poland were 6:20, and then the next 4 crews all did 6:22. So the big race is going to be on for the bronze medal. Interesting in the bronze, fighting for the bronze, is Sam Lynch, double world champion in the single sculls. He's teamed up now with Gerard Tawi, who was a rower, won a gold medal in the pair 2 years ago. And that is a very good and interesting new combination. You see them there in green there, just trying to match Poland up there in lane 1, and here in lane 6, Hungary, closest to us.
Well, it's terrific progress for the Irish, because if you remember, Dan, going back to Lucerne, they produced in the non-Olympic classes 3 gold medals, and they've actually continued to move forward. OK, Sinead Jennings there, lightweight single sculler, hasn't had much fortune, but in the men's division they're really making progress from what is a relatively small squad.
Yeah, they put it together very well. I mean, I think Sam Lynch identified Gerard very early on and said, you know, let's get you into the sculling group and let's see if we can qualify here. Well, they've certainly qualified for the Olympics, but they are also in a very good position here to win a medal, first time out.
And the gap grows. It was a length, it's now, well, 2 lengths and a little bit there over the Olympic champions. And I must say, Leonardo Pettinari and Elia Luini are looking magnificent. We should get a good close-up of them in a moment, because there's no reason why we shouldn't. Over on the far side there, the 29-year-old Poles, who have a tremendous record. As you said, Dan, they did win the World Championship in 97 and then again in 98. Then 99 in St. Catherine's. Remember, they had illness and they had to drop out, but they came back to win the Olympic title. But they won the Olympic title from these 2 men. And this is the one gap, actually, that Olympic gold medal is the one gap in their achievement list that they aim to put right next year.
Look how determined they are. They are still high. Look, they're still up there, rating high. They're up at 38 strokes a minute. And if they weren't there ahead and you look back at the field, you'd think, well, Poland's going very well there. They look terrific. They should be winning. But 2 legs ahead, there's Italy out in front, still at 38 strokes a minute, totally dominant from start to finish.
And Poland looking pretty solid now in 2nd place, but the Irish still very much in with a chance of a medal. That was Leonardo Pettinari, 30 years of age. Luini, his partner, 6 years his junior. Pettinari, already 5 times a world champion. Luini, well, he's got 3 gold medals, looking for his 4th today. But it's the Olympic gold that these men really, really want next year.
We've got to say that actually Poland is closing. Poland is closing the gap. They are now, it's now just about a quarter of a length of open water, and they have closed with 500 metres to go. They've closed the gap to about a length and a half. And it's these two well clear of everybody else, but Ireland clearly there in bronze medal position.
You're not seriously suggesting that Poland are going to close on Italy, are you?
Well, we've seen some very exciting races closing up there with people on that top station doing very, very well indeed. But look, Poland is closing, and they have maintained a fantastically high rate of striking, the Italians. They have raced this at 38 strokes from the start, and they're there, they've responded, they've gone up to 40 now, and they're opening back up again. They're opening up the lead away from Poland, and they seem to have no fear. Look at this, they're up now at 40 strokes a minute, and they're right there in front of their home crowd, coming in well clear of the field.
Yeah, all the fans from Pontevedra and Varese there for these two men. This would have been the biggest shock of the whole regatta if these two men had got turned over, but there's absolutely no chance of that as they stride away to the line now, and this is a class finish. They really don't have to do any more from here. They can cruise in now. The Poles not really gaining any more at this particular moment. The Irish, though, still putting it in. To all their credit, the Irish arguably are probably finishing faster than anybody else at the moment to ensure their bronze medal. And what a success story that will be in their first attempt as partners together in this Olympic qualifying regatta. But it is Luini and Pettinari who are coming home to make it 3 in a row for Italy, and they do it by a length over Kucharski and Seitz, the Olympic champions, with Towie and Lynch of Ireland getting the bronze medal ahead of France, Germany and Hungary. Well, for my money, Dan, if Italy stay fit and well, they will be the Olympic champions in 12 months from now. And there's Pettinari with his son for the celebrations.